Hey everybody, Madeline Parker here to talk about this big shift in the nodes that's happening this week. And what we're going to see is we're going to see the North Node, which is our destiny, which is the collective destiny. It's the ecliptical point of the moon, which indicates when you're born, that's when you where your nodes are, where the nodes are when you're born indicates where you're going to experience a lot of shifts and changes in your life. It's the ecliptical axis in our chart. It's about leaving karma behind. It's very spiritual. The south node is what we're leaving behind. North node is what we're trying to cultivate and develop more of in this life. South node is more karma. It's also spiritual, is where we've learned a spiritual lesson, where we've discovered God in a way. Um, so we're shifting into Pisces. It's a very ethereal energy. It's the highest dimension. Let's look at the chart here. Um, it's about connecting with the other higher realm. It's spirituality, philosophy, wisdom, travel. It's Neptune. It can be the arts. It's non-definition. It's religion and astrology is Piscean energy. In fact, the last time the nodes were in Pisces in 2007 or 6, that's when I started tarot. I literally picked up my first tarot deck 2007, actually when the North nodes hit my MC, exact on my MC, Pisces. I became a tarot reader. And then when the nodes were flipped and I had the North node on Virgo on my and Uranus in my chart, I ended up being an astrologer. Uranus is astrology. So I started mixing the two things. It was a surprise thing because people started asking me for readings, and I just was studying it for myself. The same thing happened with tarot. I just was doing it for me. So when the nodes are in Pisces, you sort of let go of the ego and you sort of start following your soul's calling, the soul is louder and more clear, and the mind is a little foggier. That's the energy of Neptune. So I'm going to go more into the polarity of Neptune Virgo in all the houses as we go. But today I just wanted to talk about the shift of our destiny, because what happens is the nodes focus our energy in a certain area, and where the attention goes, the energy flows, as it were. And so our destiny starts to tilt in that direction. So we're going for a more spiritual, we're letting go of the Virgo energy, which is being busy, perfect. Um, perfectionistic and, shall we say, controlling energies. And now we're moving into the more ethereal, learning more about the spiritual realm, learning more about we're less on the material version of our lives and more on a focus on our what we desire, what's our innate talents, what our soul finds, what we find fulfilling, and then we're letting go of just sort of duty work, meaningless busyness. Um, and it is changing many of our careers and our work because the Virgo is a work house. So we're letting something go about the way we work or in our jobs or entirely that type of job, depending on where the South Node is going to hit in our charts. So Pisces North Node is happening here on the 12th, January 12th, with a square to the moon. And Mars, its ruler, is still opposing Pluto and trining the nodes. So it's almost like because we're going to experience that for the entire 18 months because the nodes stay in a sign for 18 months. So we're going to notice a Pluto Mars polarity happening in this 18-month period because it is the ruler of the North Node there. So then when we move into as soon as we move into Pisces, we get a relationship with Jupiter. Um, what's Jupiter doing? Jupiter is squaring a lot of planets. So there are some significant squares when we make this. So it's obviously what's happening is we become more aligned with something that's our calling and fulfilling in the Piscean thing. And then that's like when I started doing tarot. I mean, it completely changed my life. I suddenly started really kind of on a path that I didn't really know was my path. I mean, it just happened. It's just that's the water flow Pisces. So we're going to sort of flow into new destinies, into things that are more in alignment with our inner desires, which is then going to tilt our destinies. And it does put us more in alignment with our calling. So this is a big year. We're going to have, by the way, we're going to have Neptune in the nodes conjoining. I'm going to talk about that. And then watch what happens here later down the line. We're going to have Saturn join in. Saturn's going to join the nodes, and Neptune and Venus even joins in there. Oh no, the nodes are kind of moving away by that point. But there is a point here where we have the nodes, Saturn, Mercury, Venus. Oh my gosh. So there's going to be a lot to talk about. The nodes are going to join in with the nodes are going to join in with Neptune. That's going to be a very soul contracted period of time. And Venus is even right close to that. Wow, if we go to the days, we'll even get a Venus conjunction. That's crazy because that's Venus in exaltation. That's going to be February 3rd. We're going to have a lot to talk about. So, all right, thanks for watching. Namaste.